Picture this, a world without roads. A continent of deep, dark forests, treacherous mountains, and vast, open plains. Now, imagine a single, precious object making a journey across that entire landscape. It starts in the hands of a hunter on the Baltic coast, a piece of hardened, golden tree resin. Months later, after passing through countless hands, it is fastened around the neck of an Egyptian pharaoh, thousands of miles to the south. This was the power of the amber routes, Europe's first great trade network, and a story written not in words, but in the movement of fossilized sunlight. I'm Ibnul Jaif Farabi, and this is Echoes of the Ancients. Long before the Silk Road, before the Romans paved their legendary highways, people in prehistoric Europe were connected by a craving for amber. This wasn't just pretty jewelry. To them, amber was magic. It was warm to the touch, lighter than stone, and when you rubbed it, it could attract feathers and dust, a literal static electricity that must have seemed like captured lightning. It smelled of pine when burned, and sometimes it held perfect, tiny fossils of insects or plants, life suspended forever in a golden tomb. This was a substance of power, of the sun, of the gods. The source was, and still is, the Baltic Sea. The cold northern waves would toss chunks of this gold of the north onto the shores, where local tribes would collect it. And from there, the amber began to walk. We're talking about the Neolithic period, moving into the Bronze Age, starting over 5,000 years ago. There was no single map. Instead, a sprawling, organic web of trails evolved, dictated by river fords, mountain passes, and the locations of friendly tribes. These were the amber routes, not one road, but many, flowing south and east like river deltas in reverse. The journey was everything. A single piece of Baltic amber didn't travel with a merchant from coast to coast. That's a modern idea. This was a chain of local exchanges, a slow, relay race of value and trust. A village near modern-day Poland might trade amber for fine flint tools from the south. That community would then trade it further for copper from the Alps. The copper would move north, the amber south. With every handoff, its value multiplied. By the time it reached the shores of the Mediterranean, it was worth its weight in precious metals. We find Baltic amber in the royal tombs of Mycenaean Greece and in the burial chamber of Tutankhamun, a stunning testament to how far and how deeply this network reached. But these routes carried more than just pretty stones. They were the internet of their day, a conduit for ideas. Along with amber traveled technologies. The knowledge of metalworking, the design of new weapons, and innovations in pottery flowed along these paths. They carried stories, myths, and genetic material. The routes facilitated not just commerce, but marriages, alliances, and the slow, steady blending of cultures. The need to protect these exchanges led to fortified settlements along the way, some of which would grow into Europe's first cities. The amber routes, in essence, helped lay the social and economic groundwork for the continent we recognize. It's humbling to think about. Standing here in New York, a city defined by its grid and its relentless pace, I'm struck by the patience of that prehistoric world. A journey measured not in hours, but in seasons. A trade built not on contracts, but on repeated, face-to-face exchange. They understood something we often forget, that the most resilient networks are built on human relationships, on the slow accumulation of trust, as tangible and valuable as the amber they passed hand to hand. They sought connection, and in doing so, they wove a continent together, one piece of fossilized resin at a time. This has been Echoes of the Ancients. The show is produced by Light Knot Studios. You can find more stories from the deep past at https://www.lightknotstudios.com. Thank you for listening.